Holidays are a time to kick back, get away from things, and most importantly, relax. But beware. Hustlers know that holidaymakers may have their guard down, making them prime targets for some very clever holiday cons. So, Alex, Jess and Paul are hitting Ibiza for a spot of sun, sea and scamming. So if you go abroad, you'll know just what to look out for. This is the Thai gem scam. It's late afternoon and holidaymakers are heading to the bars where Alex and Jess are already lying in wait. When a couple sit at the next table, Jess strikes up a conversation.
Excuse me, where'd you get your dress from?
It's the obligatory holiday small talk.
Is it last season?
Including clubbing.
We were here for Pete Tong at Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Mosquitoes.
Radio where the flies just ate their legs. Bite.
And dodgy stomachs.
Well, I was eating prawns, and I'm usually fine with something like that. Next day, I'm just in bed the whole day.
Fish is the worst.
Once the friendship's established, Jess and Alex use a classic hustle move, roping in their marks.
A friend of ours who lives here, a guy called Adam, and he introduced us to this guy called Rob. This guy sells jewellery. He's got one of the stores down by the harbour. He also sells semi-precious stones. I've bought them off him for like 400 euros, and you get paperwork and everything, you know, because they're all stamped and weighed and everything.
Yeah, my auntie's friend owned a jeweller, so I then sold
We made
them.
like 600 quid profit last year, which kind of paid for our holiday.
Which is why we're coming back here every year.
It sounds like a good way to pay for your holiday, and the couple's interest is piqued.
You like your jewellery, didn't you? Yeah. She was buying.
I'm obsessed with it.
I want to look at jewellery. We're going to go down in a minute to see him, so come say hello to him. He's got lovely stuff.
The marks are taking the bait.
If you're interested in looking at jewellery anyway, would be a nice person to meet.
They agree to accompany Alex and Jess to the harbour market, where Paul has set up a stall and is lying in wait.
Hey.
How are
you? You well?
Not bad.
These are some people we just met, and we thought we'd bring them to you.
How you doing?
This is
I'm Rob.
Becky and Giuseppe.
Do you want to do your thing? Or?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Alex and Jess are keen to pick up their regular gem order.
That's yours.
Thank you.
The marks see them handing a roll of notes over to Paul the jeweller.
Perfecto.
You got any more?
I'm gonna.
Any more? I do. I don't usually, but I do.
Alex and Jess have roped the marks in perfectly, so they leave Paul to move the con on.
Look around.
Well,
You
look
guys
around.
can chat
I'll
and
fill them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I do. We had a couple come in this week, but they had to go home early. They had some kind of emergency at home.
It's their lucky day. Paul has some semi-precious stones which haven't been collected by another buyer that he can offer to them for a good price.
What I tend to do with people is I say, look, go home. You'll have no problem selling it. This is tanzanite, which is, you know, it's one of the most beautiful stones. It's not a diamond, but it's a rare, high-quality stone, and we have them all cut, laser-mounted. They're perfectly real. I don't know if you've ever... This is a beautiful one right here. This is a teardrop. Hold your hand up. If you look, you can see this, the way the light's catching on it. We call that the brilliance. It's a 1.5 carat.
How much are they?
Well, what I do, I don't sell them individually. I sell people 10 stones for 500 euros. Now here's the other thing too, and you know, I sometimes forget to mention this. When you go home, you can call a jeweller and they'll give you a good price. But if you call a jewellery manufacturer, someone who makes their own jewellery, they'll give you a much better price because they have to buy it from the jewellers. With this kind of quality, you're looking at about £1,000. So you triple your money, essentially. You triple your money.
But they want an even better price, and the haggling starts.
Well, at 500 euros, they're 50 euros each, which is a fantastic price. I mean, it's a fantastic price. So I give you 6 for 300. That's 50 times 6, isn't it? 6. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. You know, you're not going to con me. 50 euros a stone is a fantastic price. I know I'm having to convince you now. Next time you're going to be coming over, you're going to be biting my hand off for it. I promise you. 300?
They've agreed a price of €300 for 6 stones. As Paul counts out the gems, the Mark counts out his money.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll show you an old jeweler's trick. Why don't you hold that open? You got to make sure you see them all go in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never let anybody dump them in. I've seen people lose stones that way, steal stones from each other. There's a lot of dishonest people about. All right, let me see what you got there.
The Marks hand over €300 and they even get paperwork.
Show you what you've got here. This tells you exactly where it comes from, Tanzania.
The perfect end to a romantic day.
Take care and have a good holiday, yeah? Bye-bye.
Our cameras caught up with the couple to ask them about what they bought.
They're not diamonds, they're sapphire or something.
What are they?
The pretty looking ones.
The paperwork?
€300.
In fact, they've just spent over £200 on worthless but very pretty coloured glass. Take those to a jeweller's and you'd be laughed out of the shop.
Saying we've been ripped off. International Gemstone Institute. Never even heard of it, to tell you the truth.
We should go back and see if we get the money back. There's a lot of money here.
You don't think that...
When you see someone else buying it, you think, oh, that's all right then.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're not going to waste their money on purpose, are they? Oh, no.
The whole scam moves because of the Marks' interest and partly their greed. They want to make some money.
You triple your money, essentially. You triple your money.
Now, the stones, they look absolutely fantastic, even though they're glass. But unless you're a jeweller, you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Paul's got all the right documents. So there's nothing there to make you suspicious.
You should never, ever be forced into buying something that either you know nothing about or that you usually wouldn't purchase in the first place. And remember that a fantastic deal or a really good bargain very rarely comes looking for you. So if it does, you should be very, very suspicious and make sure you do all your research before you make any sort of purchase.